No, they might make a sequel of it in the newspapers, but it is HMP Norwich at night. Not going to go beyond this point. It says here this road is not dedicated for use by public. So here it is, prison. As Michael Scott would put it, you want to go to prison? Here you are. Go to prison. The only wing you really see is the security fence around F and G wing. That is Foxtrot and Golf, which is the C-Cat part of the prison, aka the LDU. That is L for local, D for discharge, U for unit, because that's where people who are convicted of a crime have less than 12 months to serve off the custodial portion of their sentence, or less, have only 12 months to serve the custodial portion or less, and are going to be discharged to a local area, in theory anyway. In practice, some people aren't even local discharges, end up there because of overcrowding, are held. The same unit includes healthcare, but in healthcare, not being F and G, that's for convicted prisoners only, is it's merely Cat C, whereas anyone's B Cat or above is to go in the B Cat part of the prison. Healthcare is B Cat, for obvious reason. Some inmates there B Cat. As is most of prison, but F and G, M wing. Shout out to an inmate I know from there called Fiddy. Yeah, I remember, I wasn't on M wing with him, I was on E wing with him. And then he moved to M wing. That's M for Mike. Yeah, I remember in prison, wings actually refer to the phonetic alphabet by screws over the phone. So Mr. Godbold films would say hotel wing, Godbold speak. Shout out to Mr. Godbold, although a more accurate name would be shit wing. For healthcare. Because healthcare is full of shit. Like literal, actual fucking shit. That's why, if you're vulnerable, you think they'll look after your needs in healthcare if you end up there. Then you think fucking twice about breaking the law. Whatever crimes you're committing, because it will be literally shit for you on there. Oh, that's why vehicles at a stand. Didn't want to hold it up from doing its job. So what I'm going to do is this. It says what appears to be a prison officer heading into work. So may as well film him driving in. Knox Road part adopted. There's no private property sign though. Of course you're on public property. There'll be a sign on there saying where you're on the private road. There must be somewhere. I haven't been in years. I'll live stream for where the boundary is. Look, there's the LDU, AKF and G wing. Yup, your HMP Norwich groups are all getting audited, including some I won't name, but have a history of being officious about every rule. Okay, I'm pretty sure this is the boundary, that fence being hold on, that isn't even the prison area. Let me see how far I can push it. The windmill. Oh, come on, the windmill's a pub, isn't it? I'm not in prison yet. Be careful before you go too far, not for CBO banning me from filming prison property. Oh, it's a pub. There's what I assume to be a maintenance contract in a van. Or maybe security to them. There's a reason why they're called the burglars. Burglars and bailiffs drive around in white vans. Can't tell who's who. You get one of them knocking at your door. Anyway, it says call now. Caution speed ramp 10 miles an hour. Look, there's no indicator and we're actually on private property there. On prison property. Anyway, caution speed ramp. Okay, where's the actual indicator of you're on prison property? I want to see what happens. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. There's a kind of red ball in the bush, presumably surrounded by a member of, I don't know, by someone walking down here. But look, there's no actual sign saying that I'm on private property. It's unclear where it is on this road that you're actually on prison property and not on public property. Where's the sign saying Crown property, no entry? Like a few years ago, police supposedly made it up, but there isn't a sign. Look, then you make it up as they go on. I'm going to stand my ground and say, look, nothing wrong with all the staff here at HMP Norwich. What you're doing, trying to misrepresent the law, is illegal. Like, you intimidate me from a lawful activity anyway. Public notice, patrol dogs operating in this area. Being on this property is at your own risk. Keep out HMP property, no public access, prison patrol dogs operating in this area. Oh, they're just trying to scare you. That only applies beyond this point. Look, I'm 2 metres back. You can't set the dogs on me. It's a crime to basically throw any shit over the fence. Well, I haven't got any shit on me. I'm not throwing any shit over the fence. But I'm not even going to go beyond this point. That's clearly a distinction intended. Oh, hello, sir. Looks like there's a custodial manager in that car. Look, the prison officers just drove past. But there aren't nothing they can do because I think I'm still technically on public property until I go past the demarcation signs. There's the flags, one for HMP, one for United Kingdom. Now, so I'm going to be very, very careful and tread lightly and avoid going anywhere off this pavement. As I go off it, as I jokingly say, could find myself back inside in prison. All drivers must report on foot to the gate. Okay, where's the no-fly zone? There's the bus shelter that doesn't know buses. Like, weird. Presumably this is a rain shelter for released inmates and presumably a smoking shelter for released inmates and staff. Maybe that's where the staff go to smoke their fags, apparently. UAV drone no fly zone. It's illegal to fly or land a UAV or drone over a prison wall, and it's illegal to use a UAV or drone to drop or convey an item into prison. Which is fair enough, because if that dumb to be dropping shit into prison, like typically the items are illegal anyway, in which case you can technically get done for it, although it might be difficult to prove. Like, for instance, how can you charge some possession with intent to supply, say, some shit, in other words weed, some brown, in other words heroin, some coke, i.e. cocaine, or whatever drug it is, or even tobacco. It's now an illegal drug in prison, I believe, or illegal substance in prison, or some tobacco, or whatever, when you haven't actually been caught red-handed for the items in your possession, but they're attached to a drone. The prosecutor has to prove that you were in possession of that drone and the goods. Hence why probably easiest, if you can't get them on that charge, get them for illegally flying the drone and using it to convey or drop the item into prison. Anyway, here it goes. Offence will be prosecuted on Section 79 of the Serious Crime Act 2015. The maximum penalty of 2 years imprisonment, unlimited fine, or both will be sought. You may also be prosecuted for breaching the Civil Aviation Authority Air Navigation Order 2000. 2000. I'm sorry, I'm just having a bit of a meltdown. What happens when you have autism? You start stimming. I'm feeling weird. No mobile phones in prison. Got it. Well, I'm not in prison, so it doesn't apply. Anyway, here's prison. Here's the end of the pavement, and there's F&G wing. Well, I'm obviously not allowed because F&G, they're more zealous about security because it's category C, you only have one fence. Literally just a separation fence. This actually has a proper separation back wall. Hello? Am I okay to film here, or do I have to go back to the boundary?
I think you're okay to film, as far as I'm aware.
Awesome, thank you very much, officer. Well, it's an excellent audit. This isn't like when I was here a few years ago and was told you have to go to the boundary and had to be shown the boundary. It was supposedly the sign on the other side of the prison, the road over there, applies here from some unknown point isn't even clear. Given there's a pub on the same fucking road, how are you meant to know where the boundary is? Like, how? I'm meant to prosecute anyone for aggravated trespass if they're not clear enough on where the boundary is. Like, one of the elements of aggravated trespass is you have to be unlawfully present, or you have to be a trespass. If you're not trespassing, it is an aggravated trespass. Like, for instance, say, I have a field of mown, I decide to host an illegal rave there that disturbs you from carrying a lawful activity, i.e. sleeping. No aggravated trespass is made out because I'm not trespassing on your land. It could be could be seen as a noise nuisance, a statutory nuisance for excessive noise, but not as aggravated trespass, since I'm not trespassing. You can't have an aggravated trespass without a trespass. But if we're going to your land and have the rave there, obviously it would be aggravated trespassing, for as long as there's an intent to disrupt a lawful activity, which could include numerous purposes. It could even be something as soon as you tell me, go off my land, lawful activity could be exclusive enjoyment of that land. But yeah, I'll see how long I can last on the HMP before I get some shirty custodial manager come and start telling me to piss off or whatever. Probably happen, you get a shirty CM or something. There's the door. Hello?
Hello.
Am I right here to film?
Probably not for the best, you'll get moved on shortly.
Okay, can you tell me where the boundary is, please, officer?
The boundary?
Yes.
No, I don't.
Thank you. That's funny. I got told probably not for the best, you'll get moved on shortly. But they don't know the boundary. What I'm going to do anyway is deliberately, in order to try and avoid provoking a reaction, deliberately, to avoid a reaction, don't want to waste their time, especially not if they call him the police, is attempt to figure it out for myself. So, may as well get a parting shot of F&G. There's F&G. In fact, it's called the LDU if you include healthcare, because all those 3 units or wings compromise the LDU, that's the local discharge unit. Don't ask me why I put healthcare on the ADU and not on the main part of the prison, that's the way it is. But it's a military, probably ex-military base, and as a military base, it didn't matter, since it wasn't a prison or war camp, it was just a military base back then. So what I'm going to do is see, well, can I film from here, where there's... Yeah, COVID has not gone away, the prison signs are right. Where there's the trees. Like, where am I meant to be, sorry? Like, what on earth are those lights? Anyway, there's some nice trees. What's beneath that fence? Probably end up getting make people suspicious. Yeah, HMP Norwich, a place where some of the staff are pretty brutal. Like, shout out to Stephen Letchford, back when he was in prison on healthcare. Like, guy's very old, probably now dead, but remember he got punched by one of the healthcare staff on healthcare. That's because the prison service do not police or hire properties. This audit is for inmates like Stephen Letchford, who get punched by healthcare staff on a healthcare unit because HMP Norwich and no other HMPs don't do their job properly when it comes to aggressive prison staff. Like, they don't. Just saying. Maybe I think there might be a speed bump that demarcates public v private property. The prison officer, it's funny the prison officer didn't know the boundary. Like, he think it's part of his job, but he doesn't. Like, if his job includes, at least if his job includes ejecting troublemakers. Anyway, there's the inside for prison. Yeah, I love it. Well, Case Stevenson, shout out to you. Merchant Man, shout out to you. Common Sense, shout out to you. Is that the poison where you locked up, Marcus? Marcella, you mean? Well, yes, this is, yeah, Healthcare HMP Norwich was the prison where I was locked up most of the time, but I did spend a brief couple of weeks on E-Wing, but predominantly was on healthcare, not E-Wing. But yeah, HMP Norwich is where I locked me up, yeah. Honey Close saying roads here, presumably that's where I'm allowed to go up to. Or, let me just see, where's the demarcation? I think it's that post. The annoying thing is, there's no clear signage, so it isn't actually clear. It's clear as murk. I think it's that military-like sign. Oh, for fuck's sake, these laces are too long. Ugh. Nice one. Yeah, it's prison audit. It's gonna hopefully get a reaction. I think it's this post that's the demarcation between public and prison property. If I got moved back here, I can actually see more back here. Maybe I'll deliberately see what reaction I can get if I deliberately peek up through the prison all the gaps in this. Hedge fence, that doesn't really work. That is prison. There's prison. I'll just check for gaps in that thing. Because there was prison, such a terrible place, funded by your tax money. Like, seriously, prison is shit. Do not go there. Oh my god. Oh, come on, let me just stick this in there. I want to deliberately see what will happen. I'll stick my phone suspiciously looking into there, but in an openly way. But no one committing a crime is going to do this. No one committing a crime, be a lot more discreet. I finally got an angry staff member come out and talk to me like I was still an inmate. I say, hey, I'm not an inmate anymore. You can have my name, you can have my... Oh look, there's some cells. And I'll probably avoid invading their privacy. Oh look, there's a hole in the fence, there's some cells. You know what, screw it, they haven't made it clear what's public and private. I love it though, man. You're getting some epic footage in here in the barrier. So we hear what I assume to be F and G. There's prison. There's a CCTV camera and various set back from the substation. I want to drop your phone. There's the prison wire and the fence. There's the security camera. Shout out to you, security camera operator. I don't say liberally shine my tools. You can see what I'm doing. I don't want to draw attention. I want to make more. Actually, I do want to draw attention so people know what I'm doing is legitimately auditing a prison. I'm not committing any crimes. Definitely not any of them, not me as an inmate. It's low. And yeah, I'm a trans girl, but you're still, even then, you go to the prison with your assigned gender at birth, it's the rule of thumb. Unless you have a gender recognition certificate, and you go to what's. Then I think the rule of thumb is if you disclose the fact you have a gender recognition certificate, you go to what's on the gender recognition certificate. If you don't, then you go to what's on. There's police, the birth certificate. But yeah, that is prison. Hey. Oh, so there's prison, FYI. But it isn't even clear where's prison property and where's public property. Shout out to Miss Hollins for cocking up by not giving me my bail conditions and being officious enough to take my ID card off me and tell me I couldn't film outside the prison even on public property. Like, what the hell? You appear to be making up rules that don't even exist and then not even following your own rules and procedures. Like, I know prison service instructions and orders. If prisoners on bail, they need to be given their bail conditions. No use presuming, oh, they must be in your bag, like she said, and they weren't, because why would they be? They wouldn't be. And I had to go to Crown Court to fix it. In person, I'm going down to Crown Court and asking for a copy of them. Next time, lesson learned. Next time the prison screws, if you're ever in prison, anyone, you're on bail with conditions, and the prison screws don't, or without conditions even, supposedly. You can't rely on any rumours you hear from anyone on the grapevine. Fuck that shit. You need information in writing from a prison officer. If prison screw you about by not giving you a bail condition, my advice is don't listen when I tell you to go straight home. My view is that's a trap. They know they're target driven to get you back in jail. Alright, they're not. Alright, they're just grossly incompetent, don't do their job properly in most cases. My advice instead is I'd urge anyone, if you can, immediately on release from Oxford prison, rectify the situation. Firstly, if you haven't already, go to the gate and ask to speak to a CM. But I haven't already spoken to a CM on this. Odds are there won't be another CM available. So instead, call immediately on prison before you do anything else. Speak to your lawyer. Ask the reception if they can let you do that. If you don't have a working phone and battery on you on release, ask at the prison reception if they make you call for you using a prison landline and let you speak on speakerphone. And ask them what to do. Or if you can't do that, check with the prison staff if the court is still open, whatever court you're bailed to attend. Or failing that, whatever court happens to be the nearest magistrates or Crown Court in the area should be able to help. Then go down to the courthouse and ask them. Or failing that, if you need to detail your bail conditions, you can't go to court to ask about them, and the prison staff are no help, and you can't get on to hold your own lawyer, then my advice is you head to the nearest police station. Yes, even if you're banned, you'd likely have a reasonable excuse in the circumstance you have no other option. Even if it's like a CBO, odds are that'd be a reasonable excuse. Head to the police station, ask there, or if you're a phone, don't need any credits to ring police on 101, call police on 101, ask them what the hell am I supposed to do. Don't ask what the hell, just ask them what you're supposed to do now. No, don't ask the police, actually. Don't call the police, so you go to the police station or call the court. Or if you absolutely can't call the court, so you ain't got no credit and the prison staff won't let you, use their phone and call police on 101, ask what you're meant to do. Anyway, I'm sure police will at least point you in the right direction. So they'd be better off. I'm sure they'd rather answer what might not be an exactly fitting query for their job than having to come around, find you, arrest you, and bring you into court at significant cost to the public taxpayer. But anyway, I couldn't find where the boundaries were in public and private property. It's not clearly marked. Assume for as long as I'm on this pavement, this part adopted road, I'm still technically I think I'm still technically on public property. I'm going on a bit. All you need to do is contact, in short, TLDR, mate. Too long, didn't listen. TLDL. If ever you get released from prison without your bail conditions, firstly go to the gate and take the issue up with the duty CM. If a duty custodial manager ain't going to help, how you might need a duty custodial manager? Try the duty officer first. If the duty officer won't help, try the duty custodial manager or CM. If they won't help, ask them to use the landline to contact your lawyer. If the lawyer won't help, they're not in the office, contact the court you need to surrender at directly. If all that won't help, head to the office of your lawyer during opening hours, or the office of or the court you meant to surrender at, or failing of all else, to the police station. Don't bother calling the police on 101. 101 are useless. They'll say you need to call the court. No, better head to the police station in person. If the people on the desk won't help, then well, you may need to see a sergeant or inspector to explain the circumstances. And technically, if you don't know your bail conditions, you're not likely to comply with them. And the police need to either remedy that in one way or another. If something isn't your fault, or they can arrest you, in theory. Although whether or not such or in theory anyway, because the legislation is so broadly worded, whether such an arrest would be lawful and compatible with your human rights be a different question. And I've seen police arrests on flimsier pretexts than that, so nothing surprises me anymore. Nothing. Anyway, I have an idea. What I'm going to do is I haven't got a reaction. Maybe I'll just record right here and see if I get a reaction from here. I'll attempt to press the button. That's some information. COVID has not gone away. Damn right, got COVID on the train. Check temperature, sanitise hands, wear a mask. Please sanitise hands to obtain mask. Good advice, good advice. But yeah, no mobile phones beyond this point. I'm not going to be on this point. I'm not. No, never mind. There's the diversity inclusion statement. In fact, I'll turn flash off for that. Yeah, right, all this lip service is bullshit in my view. Like, they don't do their jobs properly here at HMP Norwich, trust me. Like, a million stories will tell you. Anyway, I may as well, I'm tempted to press the button to let the governor know. Yeah, that's what I'll do. I'll just let the governor know. Hello?
Hello?
Yeah, hello. I'm filming the prison. Not inside the prison, unfortunately. I'd just like you to let the governor know, so he can determine if any action needs to be taken, please.
Right, I'll let him know.
Awesome, thank you. Bye. Okay, shout out to the governor. Governor's been informed, so live on YouTube, whoever shouted that. So the governor can decide if any action to be taken, like getting me to wait for the police. I might as well just step back. I've already done what I need to do, implied right of access in terms of operating the intercom. I just thought, like, yeah, okay, do you want to let the governor know just so you can decide if appropriate action needs to be taken regarding the film, like calling police or whatever? Or just get an officer to escort me to where the boundary is between public and private property. But yeah, it's an instant audit. Like, you can't really ask me to leave public property, presuming that this pavement is where the boundary is. I could be wrong. Which they say police can move you on from public property. I have to use something called Section 35. And filming a prison is not grounds for Section 35. Hello?
Hello, mate, you right?
Yeah, fine, thank you.
You know you shouldn't be filming around here, buddy. It's private property, this.
Oh, no,
You should be here.
I didn't know that because I don't know where the boundary is.
Right, okay. But obviously the car park and where you are now, you're completely out of bounds.
Oh, I didn't know. Sorry, can you show me where the boundary is, please?
The boundaries.
Yes.
Well, the problem is, the thing is, actually, come down this way.
Okay.
So basically, where you are now, there's obviously. So if you walk, so as you come, where the houses are.
Okay.
I think the boundaries are where the houses are. So anything from there down to here, this is private property, buddy. Yeah.
Okay, you're not gonna need me to wait for police or anything, are you? Awesome, thank you. Bye. CM14 for the camera. So now I've been told where the boundary is. No governor avail. I said, okay, I want to let the governor know. Governor didn't. Presumably they did let the governor, but the governor didn't bother with attending in person. So he sent the assistant to the governor, i.e. the CM, custodial manager, out to speak to me instead. Shout out to Mr. 14, as I'll call you. That's your name, custodial manager 14, Norwich Prison. NW November Whiskey is his location code. So I've now been asked to leave by the assistant to the governor, or custodial manager 14 from Norwich Prison. That's what's known as epaulets. I was like, I know, I genuinely didn't know where the boundary was. I said, okay, well, want me to wait for police, are you? Because got the footage, it's live on YouTube. But yeah, I didn't want to film him because then, the prison officers at HMP Norwich get on right well. And that's on the other road I'm not allowed to be on because it says something about private property. Well, on this road, nothing about private property. And saying that, oh, it says it on one roads, it should on the other, it's nonsense. So, well, press the bell and ask. Okay, Honey Close. Hold on, that's where the houses are. To make a point, that's where separation fence is between the houses and the prison. But apparently, where the houses are is the boundary, so that speed bump is the boundary. Pretty sure it's actually that demarcation post. So here it is. Yeah, only because there's no clear demarcation, I filmed deliberately to make a point. Well, the prison area where you are is on Google Maps, usually public. Nice one, should be okay, you never know. It's all okay on film, yeah, but that's only a prison officer. What the governor decided was clearly different, hence why he sent a CM out to ask me to leave. Didn't really thought I'd check the governor, as I wanted to see what the governor would think. Hence why I pressed the button for first audit, then realised, okay, now on private property, step back so you can audit from public. Then the assistant to the governor came up. Yeah, it's funny. Hey, custodial manager, yeah, here I am. Okay to film from here, so may as well move on to a different part of the prison. Or maybe not. Maybe what I should do is to split up, realise I've got to meet my mum, and I can do Britannia Prison another day. So I'm going to stop. Oh my goodness. Oh, my phone's on low battery mode. Yeah, phone's on low battery, so the flash is turned off. Should have gotten the Juice power bank then. From Brewdog, would have charged my other phone and put it in the bag, so I sat there for the Juice for an hour, so it's still, it's how it is. Mum thought it'd be too long me staying till 10 o'clock, so that till 10 o'clock isn't long enough, so what I I'm going to end this stream. I'll phone Mum and decide what to do. I've got to get home, I won't be doing any more auditing tonight anyway, so thank you very much everyone, and goodbye. Better get moved on rather than continuing to try and keep getting a reaction. I thought, admit what I was doing, shining my light into F&G for the lols, or they, because these are prisons. This is prison. They deserve to be trolled. Nice CM told me he needs a milk road. No, I didn't know. Hence why I pressed the button and asked you to alert the governor. Well, can you tell the governor, not literally the number one governor, I mean, whichever governor happens to be the governor on duty. As prison has, presumably I think has a governor for every shift off, every officer's shift has a separate governor on shift. That said, someone's the number one governor, funnily enough, might be that governor. I think, like in prison once, an adjudication, I think I shook hands with the prison governor in person because there was no other governor available, so he had to be the operational governor at the same time as being number one governor. There weren't enough governors to go round, so the number one governor was in charge of adjudication. So yeah, shout out to whoever the prison governor was that I ended up shaking hands with. Shout out also to I'm not sure who it was. Oh yeah, that's that very awkward screw, Mr. Nichols. I remember we didn't get on initially, but we got on really well. And by the time my remand went on, I remember I mean, good old Mr. Nichols. Anyway, good to about him. I think it was his name anyway. Besides, I think it was. One thing about him is, one of the screws who wasn't an arse about it in the end, would just often turn a blind eye, because, as the saying goes, you don't turn a blind eye if you need to. You never clock off. You never get to punch the clock, get changed, and go home. Right, don't think you literally get changed. You never get to get into. You never get able to punch a clock, pick up your keys, get into your car, and drive home. You never would. You never would. You'd be in prison continually 24/7, working harder than the fucking inmates do. You're working harder than the inmates if you took every rule infraction that seriously. They're more designed to punish idiots and arseholes and people who won't stop despite multiple warnings than they are to deal with being enforced for the sake of it. They're more to nip it in the bud if, for instance, an inmate commits multiple disciplinary offences at once. They get an appropriate sentence versus just one rule at a time, which isn't that big a deal. Anyway, that is audit over. I'm going to have to phone Mum. Bye. Battery's low.